My name is Helen Hill, and I'm a filmmaker. I make mostly animated films, and then when I make my films, usually I use a lot of different techniques of animation. And we don't teach a lot of animation courses yet, but with my films, I use a lot of different animation techniques, from cutout puppets to 3D puppets to drawings to pixelation. I call myself a filmmaker because in the last few years I've been doing a little more live action. I discovered this hand processing film technique where you film, I use a real high contrast black and white film, and you process it in buckets. So to make a 3-minute film, it's less than $15. And because the film's so cheap, you can afford to make a 1-minute film, and it doesn't cost you hundreds of dollars. It could cost you, $5. And I'm helping to start up the New Orleans Film Collective. There are these two guys, Wise, Wolf, Dean, Pascal, and they collected all this gear for a long time. And then when I moved back to New Orleans to stay, I was able to start teaching workshops with the gear. And we teach the lowest budget types of filmmaking possible. Everything from when you draw directly onto the film to Super 8 to when you process your own film, just like photographers process their film, just in buckets of chemicals. And it's the really low budget because right now our workshops are all $30, but you make a 3-minute film. Sometimes it's Super 8, sometimes it's 16mm, sometimes it's drawing directly on film. You do need a dark room with a red. You can use a red light bulb. So right now, part of our workshop, we use the dark room at Nove Miasto, which is a punk rock warehouse where they have shows in a dark room and a printing press. Well, I love New Orleans. My husband and I, he's Canadian. So after I finished art school, where I learned the rest of what I needed a lot of technical stuff about animation. We were in Canada for a while, which was a great place to get grants. I was able to get grants, and there was a film co-op there that had a beautiful animation stand and everything you would need. But I really missed the South and New Orleans. I'm from South Carolina, and so we left our jobs and everything because we were homesick for New Orleans. We lived here before, and we came back here, and we just love New Orleans. But yeah, it's great. There's Jeremy setting up Flickr, and there's lots of film and video stuff starting to emerge and come up, and there's always been Novak for a long time. So there's lots going on. And my friend Cosmo just moved here from LA, and it was so funny because he said, I had to leave LA. He was getting tired of LA, and he said that if you say you're a filmmaker, people look at you and they say, oh, everybody says they're a filmmaker, and it's this common thing, which is so funny because in New Orleans, you don't hear that a lot. So if you say to someone you're a filmmaker, you don't even think about that might be this thing everybody's doing. It's so different but I don't mind being in a little town, someplace smaller than LA or New York, because I think that I don't mind that. Some people wouldn't live here as a filmmaker, but I don't mind being out of the loop because I'm making my little films and I can always send them out to the world. So with the New Orleans Film Collective, we're hoping to build up a community of filmmakers and provide a place where people can learn to make films at a very low cost, and where they can rent gear at a low cost. And hopefully with our workshops and our class shows after the workshops, we'll build up a filmmaking community. And so I'm hoping that people will know, sometimes film is sort of dismissed as expensive, and people say, oh, I make videos because I can't afford films, but they're just thinking of certain kinds of films. You can make really low budget films. So we're hoping that people will know that with the New Orleans Film Collective, we'll show you how, and we'll have the gear, and that people will, because films are so beautiful, I think they're beautiful, and you can always combine it with video too, but I love films over videos, that just the look of it's so nice, and you can make it really cheap. And so we're having class shows at Zeitgeist, and we don't have a home right now. We're looking for a space to have our workshops and everything. So right now you just kind of call me.